Yu-Gi-Oh! Is among the most popular trading card games in the world, selling about $35 billion worth of cards as of last year. There have been several Yu-Gi-Oh! Games in the past, with many even adopting separate genres than the traditional trading card game. But an actual working simulator had always been so elusive. So the question always remained, why did Konami wait so long to introduce a proper simulator? Where other card games like Magic and Pokemon have had theirs available to use for years now. And several other fan-made and unofficial simulators have propped up in the past and are still widely available to use. So what does Master Duel do in order to separate itself from those? Or is it nothing more than a money sink, free-to-play game? Master Duel modes are basic but fulfill most of the needs that someone who is into the competitive Yu-Gi-Oh scene would want. Rank makes no qualms about what it is. You duel and climb a ladder getting into higher ranks. But what makes it lenient for newer players is that you won't lose any rank progress until you get into gold, and you won't begin to rank down until you reach the platinum ranks. So for players who are intimidated by the more competitive decks, it gives them a chance to sharpen their skills without taking too much punishment. Duel Room allows players to join lobbies with friends or strangers, and each lobby can hold about 50 players. And finally, the solo mode allows players to go through and learn a bit of lore on select archetypes. Each gate has a number of challenges to play through and earn you a few extra gems, which is the in-game currency that Master Duel utilizes in order for you to purchase either new duel buddies, cards, or cosmetics. With Master Duel being a free-to-play game, the question naturally arises, how are they going to try to get you to sink real money into it? Do they put certain cards behind real paywalls, or do they make packs expensive and hard to buy with the in-game currency you earn just by fulfilling daily missions or in-game content? Thankfully, for the time being, Konami is playing nice, with each pack costing about 100 gems and every 10 packs guaranteeing you at least a super rare pull. There is also a pity system that if you don't pull any ultra rares from a 10-pack pull, your next 10 will be guaranteed to at least have one. Unlike the related Duel Links, Master Duel allows you to craft any card in the game and doesn't restrict you, as any unwanted card, regardless of rarity, can be dismantled and be put towards getting a more desirable card. The bonus missions are easily fulfilled and reward a decent number of gems, as well as allowing for multiple 10 rolls. There are also a few special packs that players can grab that also reward one of 3 powerful cards that will no doubt help newer players. Matches are also really fast to get into, as you aren't waiting any more than 5 seconds before you are matched with someone else. The score for Master Duel also needs to be noted, as nothing can get your blood flowing more than an epic soundtrack playing as you're making a comeback or going for game. Konami once again reminds us why their music has always been so revered, and bring that same flair that they brought into both Castlevania and Metal Gear Solid series into Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Master Duel suffers from some very noticeable issues. Aside from solo and rank, there are no other single-player modes for players to engage in at the time of recording, so depending on your overall enjoyment of the card game, your mileage for this game may be shorter than anticipated. There's also very little in teaching returning and newer players the up-to-date mechanics of the game. Remember, this game is over 20 years old and has gone through a considerable evolution. While there are some tutorials in the solo mode, it doesn't get very in-depth, so when you hop on rank, it could be a very rough and steep learning curve. The lack of events at the moment, with no announcement of when they will run any, means that acquiring gems without paying will run its natural course and run the well dry very quickly. And for veterans of the card game, many of the hand trap and extra deck staples are all of the ultra rare rarity, so it's going to be a long and arduous climb to acquire the cards that best suit your deck. While Master Duel does have some very noticeable faults, overall it is a very fun experience. Finding matches is fast and easy. Getting into lobbies with friends just to mess around with your current decks, it always makes for an enjoyable experience and can make for some great game nights, and learning about the lore of some of the archetypes presented in the game is a very enjoyable treat. The lack of current features and a steep learning curve may keep players away, but these are issues that can be fixed with future updates. Master Duel is simply an addicting and fun time.